Peace and blessings. Rob YB Youngblood, founder of the Collaboration Creates Currency movement. And in many circles, I'm known as the LinkedIn locksmith because of my ability to unlock the power of LinkedIn for my clients who consist of revenue generators who want to increase their influence, impact, and income. In today's message, I want to share with you a strategy that I use that allows for me to attract and get accepted by 95% of the people that I invite into my LinkedIn network. And I want to give you a script that I use to vet every single invitation that I receive into my LinkedIn network. Now, I want you all to understand something. LinkedIn has a culture when it comes to professional networking. And the challenge for most people that may not have learned how to network properly is they think that they can leverage LinkedIn the same way that they leverage Facebook and Instagram. Well, I'm here to tell you that the strategy that we used a long time ago in getting on Facebook, where you just follow people and send friend requests, doesn't work on LinkedIn. And let me tell you why. You ever heard the phrase, your network is your net worth? Well, I want to expand that to let you know that your network influences your net worth. And here's why. Understand that when you connect with people on LinkedIn, they're a part of your network. But if you don't communicate with them, if you don't build a relationship with them, they really add no true value to your network. They're just a number in the amount of connections that you have, but it doesn't really strengthen the value of your network. Now, the secret to success in growing a strong network on LinkedIn is communication. Communication is the key to relationship building. And so the more you're able to communicate, the stronger your connection and your relationships will become. Now, one of the ways that I'm able to get 95% of people that I invite to connect to accept is one, through a personalized invitation. Right? So when I send a personalized note to an individual who may or may not know who I am, that note will allow for me to establish credibility with that individual. Now, I'm not going to share with you what I say in my note, but I will share with you the language that I use when vetting people into my network. So the first way is through a personalized note. The second way is when I meet someone in person. Let's say I go to a networking event and I meet someone in person. There are three critical questions that I ask an individual that puts me in a position to get accepted by them into their LinkedIn network. The first question is, do you have a business card? Now, keep in mind, I don't carry any business cards anymore. The reason why is because LinkedIn has become the new business card. And so I do recognize that other folks do carry business cards and that I will follow up. So when they give me their card, I'll look at it and then I'll ask them the second question. Are you on LinkedIn? And then I ask them the third question, which is it okay if we connect on LinkedIn? Now, if they're not on LinkedIn, I have their business card, I can follow up with them via email. But if they are on LinkedIn and then they give me permission to connect with them on LinkedIn, that gives me a 100% chance of being accepted by them when they receive my invitation to connect. Now, the reason why I say I have a 95% success rate, that's because there are people that I may send a message to that I did not meet in person. And they're likely not active on the platform, which is one of the reasons why they don't accept my invitation to connect. I have a ton of invitations that I've sent out to people who specifically in the Chamber of Commerce arena, because that's an arena that I want to work in, and I will send a cold message to that person. And when I say cold, meaning they don't know me, I don't know them. And so either they're not active on the platform, which is why they haven't accepted, or they're not in a position to accept my invitation to connect. But I have a 95% success rate when it comes to inviting people into my network. Now, when it comes to receiving invitations, oftentimes people will say to me that the reason why they're inviting me into their network is because we have common connections. And this is where the thought process from Facebook and Instagram goes out of the window when it comes to LinkedIn. That's not a very good reason for a person to accept you simply because you have common connections. Now, keep in mind, with LinkedIn, you are 3 degrees separated from pretty much everybody on the planet. So that's not a really good reason because we have common connections. What would be a good reason is if you looked at that person's LinkedIn profile and you identified something else that you may have in common. Like you may be a part of the same fraternity, you may have gone to the same school, you may be a part of a service organization, and your reason for wanting to connect is so that you can build a relationship that allows for you to have mutual benefit. And you need to explain what that mutual benefit is. So it's very important that when you're vetting someone, that you ask this specific question. This is the language that I use. Out of curiosity, please share what prompted you to send your invitation to connect. And also share what value do you see being created from us connecting. Now, I send that message to everyone who does not send me a personalized note. So that's the language that I use. That's the strategy that I leverage to get accepted by 95% of the people that I invite. I welcome your feedback on this. What is it that you do that helps you to grow your network on LinkedIn? Is this a concept that you haven't even thought of? Or are you mastering your ability to increase your influence, impact, and income on the LinkedIn platform? If the answer is no, I'd love to have a conversation with you to show you how I'm helping others to do the same. Be encouraged, be blessed, but most of all, be faithful over the gift that you've been given. And remember, your gift will make room for you. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.